What's going on, Credit Snipers? This is your boy Carlos Estrada Vega with Credit Assassins and the best credit blueprint. Guys, I'm so stoked that you guys are here today. I appreciate you guys taking the time and listening to what I have to say about Navy Federal Credit Union. It's one of the best credit unions out there. So today I want to talk to you about 9 things that you should know before requesting that credit line increase that we all want, right? So guys, I appreciate it. Once again, thank you. This is your first time on my channel. Make sure that you go ahead and subscribe. Trust me, I put so much content daily, something that could help you, could help others too. I would like for you to also make sure that you click on the bell icon, click on all so that you'll be notified every time that I post a new content. And guys, don't forget to give me the thumbs up. Why is that? I'm putting this content out there. I want to help many more. Not only you today, but I want to help many more after this. And by you doing that, you are helping me with the algorithm. It's allowing me to get in front of more people so I could bring this message to them. I do my research. I actually go to different channels, jump from community to community. A lot of our clients bring a lot of good content to us as well. Great topics that I want to make sure that once we put everything together, we want to go ahead and spit it back out to you guys, so like that you guys could go ahead and benefit from this. So hey, give me the thumbs up and let's go on with this channel. All right guys, so the first thing that you must know is if you are requesting a credit line increase with any of your cards, could be the Gold Rewards, the More Rewards, the Flagship, whichever, even business or personal. That's one of the great things that Navy Federal has. They not only have the personal, but also they have the business, is that you need to wait at least 91 days. 91 days. And a lot of people call it the 91 plus 3. So just to be on the safe side, you want to wait not only your 90 days, but 91 plus 3. Like that allows you to be in the safe side in order for you to get approved for the credit line increase in this case. Now, one of the tools that I advise you to use is go to Google and say, look, 90 days plus whatever day you actually were approved for whichever card you have with Navy Federal, put 91 or 94 plus, and it'll give you the date, so like that you're not sure, or you know that you are at that date in which you're supposed to go ahead and request that credit line increase. But do not worry about it. Let's just say that you request that credit line increase prior to that date. It's not going to penalize you. You could still wait till that 91 day in order for you to get approved. Now, something you got to keep in mind, let's just say you waited the 91 day, you got approved, you got your credit line increase, and you want to go ahead and do it again. Now, the second time that you do so, you need to wait 6 months. 6 months, there's not 3 months anymore, it's 180 days, and 6 billing cycles. So it kind of doubles the second time. But bro, guys, this is the best credit union out there. The first time I got my credit card, my Flagship, was $25,000. I applied to get times 3, which I wanted to get times 3 would have been almost 100, but I applied for 80. They approved me back to 55. Good, I got something. But then the third time that I was able to, I went 3 times, and I'll explain to you that little trick in a little bit. But I applied to 3 times my current credit limit, and I was able to get my 80,000. So I got in my 80,000 with I got my 75 with the Flagship because I already had the Gold Rewards for $5,000. So the maximum that you can get with all of them is 80,000. All right, number 2 thing that you need to keep in mind is if you request a credit line increase online or through the app, do it through the app, it will be a soft pull. Now, if you decide to call in or even go in person to one of the branches, that will automatically be a hard pull. Now, number 3. Now, most of the messaging or the communication between you and Navy Federal will be through the messaging app that they have through the app or online. So, this is something that is a good and bad. I almost broke my own mic. So it's a good and bad, because if you are not, or you're not paying attention to your messages through the app, or you're actually not going online and checking to your secure messages, you might miss some of these documents that sometimes they're required. Sometimes they do an audit on what you put in, and they're required to bring in or prove income or taxes and so on, whatever the case is. This happened to me with my last mortgage that I did through Navy Federal. I missed the deadline because I didn't know, I didn't get a call, I didn't get a message. I guess I was supposed to actually find out, but after a while I knew already. But I missed it, but I was, they were kind enough that I went through the underwriting. Since it was a mortgage, they were able to actually continue working with me. But if it's a credit card, most of the time they'll make the decision and you are done. So one of the things you have to keep in mind is make sure that you stay in communications with them, even though if you don't see nothing on your messaging app or on the messaging and the secure messaging online, give them a call and find out. Just follow up. You take the leadership, take the initiative to follow up with them to make sure that they don't need anything, because the systems sometimes they're not the most perfect ones, but it's up to you to make sure you want that credit line increase. So it's up to you to go ahead and make sure follow up with them, okay? Number 4, one of the main things that you need to keep in mind is that Navy Federal will pull your Equifax FICO 9 score in order to do a credit line increase. No other ones. For the most part, for what I hear, they pull TransUnion, but I know for this one, and after talking and speaking to different reps, they all kind of say the same thing, that they'll pull the Equifax FICO 9 for your credit line increase. Now, number 5. Now, like I was saying before, the maximum limit that you could request for a credit line increase is 3 times your current credit limit. So for example, if you have a $5,000 credit card or credit limit, you can request 3 times that, meaning that you could request $15,000 plus what you have now. Your new request should be $20,000. That is the maximum that they allow you to request. You might get it, or you might fall short and get 15, 18, whatever. But at least request that, because if you request less than that, you might even get less than that. So why not request the maximum that they allow you? So keep in mind, 3 times your current. So if it was 15,000 plus 5, that is 20,000. Number 6. Now keep in mind that Navy Federal is a relationship type of bank. So the more different type of accounts that you have with them, the better it is. The more you prove to them that you are responsible with your bills, responsible for lending, and they can approve you for higher limits. For example, I have my mortgage loan. I have 2 with them. I have my vehicle, but I also have some other credit cards. So when I went to open my business account, I already had that relationship with them, and I was able to prove to them that yes, I could support a higher limit if possible. And like that, if you also pay your bills on time and you're not late for any of them, they will work with you to try to even get you a higher limit. So remember, our relationship bank, so if you can get personal loans if you need to. Hey look, if you have credit cards, get a personal loan, pay those off, and then pay everything off, depending on how you use your money, how you move it around. Like for example, me, I use some of my money to go ahead and invest into real estate and in business and so on, and all the time I move money around, so paying some of them off and proving to them that I'm able to do it. And like that allows me to go ahead and request higher credit limits if needed. Now, number 7, I know that a lot of people talk about this one, that you can transfer your balance from one credit card, or not balance, but your credit limit from one credit card to the other one. Yes, you can do that. But with Navy Federal, the only way that you can do that is if you are planning or trying to initiate a balance transfer. So for example, I have on my flagship, I have 75,000. So let's just say that I want to transfer that 70, let's say 25 out of that to my gold rewards in order to make it 30,000. Remember, the maximum that you can have in any of them or in one of them is 80,000. So no more than that. The only way that I could do that is if I'm about to start a balance transfer, let's just say from my Bank of America to that one, because I love that card and it has so many rewards that I want to go ahead and take advantage of. So again, this is just an example, but that's the only way that Navy Federal will allow you to do that. So transfer your balance from one card to the other. And they caught on this a little while ago because a lot of people were doing it. So after speaking to some of the reps and getting the same story from many of them, and I like to gather information. I just ask targeted questions to make sure I see what is the real story, and trying it out, trial and error, I'll come up with the actual fact. And that's what I'm bringing to you. And talking to them and figuring out, yes, that's why they do it. They allow you to do the credit transfer from card to card, but only if you are doing a balance transfer. All right, number 8, Navy Federal has an automatic 6-month credit line increase, automatic. Now, what they do is, if you don't turn this off, my advice to you is to turn this off. Call a rep and say, look, I just want to make sure that I turn off that automatic credit line increase on my card. Why is this? Why you want to do that? Because remember what we talked about before, that you are allowed to request 3 times your current credit limit. And if it was 5,000 and you 3 times would be 15, your new allow request could be 20,000. So if you request the 20,000, you get, let's just say 16. Good. Now, if it was an automatic, they might just not even take that in consideration and see that you have 5,000, they will give you $4,000 more, and you might end it up with 9,000. Again, those are just numbers, examples that I'm giving you. But what you want to do is you want to take charge on this, clock it out, put it in your calendar, whatever you have to do, call in and make sure you turn that off. But at the same time, you call in your time frame, or it's either 6 or 3 or 6 months, whichever you're actually doing, in order for you to get that or request that credit line increase, and request 3 times your current credit limit. Now, for a lot of these credit cards, and again, it hasn't been something that is fairly quick. Now, it should take between 4 hours to 3 days. If you have not heard anything from them between that time frame, more than likely you been denied either the credit approval or the credit line increase. What I advise you to do is call in after checking your secure messages or your messages on your app. Call in and find out if there's anything else that is needed. Because like I said to you, sometimes the communication is not the best. Sometimes they don't specifically let you know what's going on, but I want you to take the initiative and figure it out. But usually it takes between 4 hours to 3 days, but in the 4th or the 5th you have not heard anything, pick up the phone and call that rep and make sure you get the true story. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys were here today. This was 9 things that you should know before you request a credit line increase with Navy Federal Credit Union. Now, once again, if this was your first time on our channel, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you click on the bell icon, click on all. Give me the thumbs up, because this is gonna help me out with the algorithm so I could take this content to many, many more. It's my goal, and my goal right now with this channel to help you and help a lot more people that I still have not seen this, and I want all of you guys to benefit. Now, if you know any other hacks that can help us out, can help me, can help our community, go ahead, put it in the comment. Let us know how we did, how we can do better, and how can we bring a better value to you. Guys, I appreciate your time. My name is Carlos Estrada Vega. I am the Credit Assassin, and I'll see you in the next video.